Configuration sounds great, and of course we know that also when we are buying a car, privately.
Yeah.
But you know me, I have to demand and I have to be challenging you guys because then you can improve, and of course, coming up with the best products. I would phrase our demand into three dimensions. Sustainability, simplicity, and definitely flexibility. And sustainability, we have their high group targets. We want to reduce our CO2 footprint by 50% up to 2030. That's quite a number. So we need the OEMs, we need you with sustainable products that we are also able to help our customers, our clients to come up with green solutions. Second, I think also an interesting one, simplicity first. Simplicity in the meaning of we are not the ones who like to run cars. We are not the ones who like to have workshops. We are the ones who would like to really focus on our core business, and that's providing logistics and transport solutions. So there we need also you with a full set of services that we can really rely on a very successful partner and focus on our core business. Flexibility, we all know the VUCA world, and the volatility we are facing, and this will not go away. This will definitely also increase, and there we need to somehow balance that. Also a full service provider who sources us and supplies us with capacity, maybe on a rent basis. Maybe this is also something you can focus on in the future. You could service us.
I think, looking at the business model is certainly something we need to spend more time on. But when I come back to your other topics on reduction of CO2 and of course the question around giving you the right product, I think what we have achieved now also with our new MAN product is that we can theoretically configure 600 to 700 million configuration differences. So it's a vast environment. Of course, by that we have achieved this by reducing the number of parts by 20% and by increasing the variance by 10% versus the old one. Now, important to me is, and of course you said reliability is one of your key issues and CO2 reduction is one of the key issues. We believe that by reworking our modular kit structure, we actually can provide you a very reliable truck because we have to do less testing with less parts. So the parts we have, and we can combine them in a different way. They still do in a combination than the job you are asking us to do, but we can do this with a lot less testing because actually we can reuse components and we can also use the same components for different applications. And of course, when it comes to CO2, it's all about what you saw, the new engine and the new electric powertrain. Again, in a modular way, developed by TRATON together for all of our applications, so that at least we can provide you with the most efficient powertrain. It may be in traditional, conventional powertrain, or may be with e-components, where also, again, reliability is something we need to make sure you have it, because otherwise you will not be happy with us. Now, again, we believe that modularization and also the way we've done it in our new TG, which comes out soon, I can talk about it later, we believe we have the right basis for that, and I'm convinced that we can then also look at the business models where you ask us to do part maybe of the job you have to do today. I think this is actually a great way forward, and by the way, I really would like to take this to the next step so we can discuss this, how we could actually achieve that.
Yeah, looking very much forward to that. I think a very interesting topic and also a good chance to increase our partnership and alliance.
That sounds like a very, very good thing. Well, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on modularization, but also on customer needs. Thank you very much. Give a big applause to Mr. Schweighofer. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been mentioning, or I have been mentioning at several stages over the last 1.5 days, the new MAN truck generation. I think we can rightfully say that we had, over the last 20 years, been very successful with our current technology generation, our existing TG range. But it's also an open secret that we are in the final stages to launch our new TG beginning of the year, and I think Frederick and his team, and of course the sales side of the team, is in the final stages of preparing everything together then also with our production colleagues to make sure that we can actually launch the product then. I think it's important to mention that this will not only be a new truck generation. It comes with a complete transformation of MAN as a company. When we talk about sales processes, we saw already the configurator, which is a completely different way of selling to our customer. We also talk about integrated pricing, which means we have a complete offering, including, of course, leasing offering, including the repair maintenance, which, of course, you want us to do, but even more maybe to take some of the work over, which you have mentioned, Helmut. So also from sales processes will be different. The engineering processes, the whole documentation system in MAN has been completely turned over and renewed. And then finally, of course, also our production and logistic processes will change drastically with the new MAN truck generation. The new truck generation, which is for me most important, has been developed closely together with our customers. And of course, the goal is, when we come out with such a new generation, is to simplify the business of our customer. This is what is at the core of our brand, is simplifying business, making the business of our customers more successful, and take our responsibility to make your business a better and more profitable business. But let's listen to what the MAN team has to say about the new MAN truck generation.
This is a game changer. More customer options, less parts. Simplifying business, that's what MAN stands for.
There's different countries where you have different needs and different specifications for your trucks.
And you have to prepare for those different requirements.
The better we understand our customer needs, the more our truck offers to our customers.
We invited our customers and discussed with a core group how the new truck should look like.
Our new product portfolio is tailored to the customer needs and also to our future customer needs.
The new TG that we have will be the best product that we ever had.
Just imagine the customer who sits then in our new truck generation and he experiences and he says, hey, that's the thing that I wanted to have in my truck, and now they did it.
We have completely revolutionized the sales process. I think it will sell like hell. And on the other hand, the drivers will also love it, and that makes me really happy.
It's the greatest MAN truck of all times.
So you can see that we have a very excited team. Everybody is very convinced, and I'm also excited. We are happy to see, of course, many of you at our launch at February 10 next year in Bilbao. We believe that we have today already a very good product with very good TCO, and we will further improve this. So this will give us as a company also a better profitability on our truck, because this truck will provide our customers also with better TCO. So this will be a win-win situation between us and the customers. At the same time, for the next year and a half, you can still buy actually our existing TG, which is a super reliable, most reliable truck in the industry. Looking in the future of truck business, e-mobility, automation and digitalization with new business models will be key. And for that, the new MAN TG is developed as a fully digital truck. So it's ready for the future. And the heart of our new truck is our new EE architecture, something you may not be able to feel and touch, but which you will feel when it comes to scalability. It's open for our customers, third-party software. It's future-proven for e-mobility, automation, and digitization. And of course, it is fully and always connected. And as we say always in TRATON, always on. And at the end, our new MAN truck generation is a true integrated transport solution. When I listen to Helmut, what he is requesting us to do, I think this is what we have to deliver to the customer. And this is really where I would like to deepen our conversation on. So if you want to learn more about the details, you must have already listened to Henrik, because it's the last session now. He was talking about software and systems and what you can achieve with software and systems in combination, of course, with what we are talking about here, modularization. So from that, I would like to turn it over to you, Niklas.
Yes, so you have heard about the MAN Barkasten and the Scania Bygglådan, two systems that have proven over many years how powerful advanced modularization can be for two brands. And now by combining them together, the future for the two brands or for the group in TRATON is enormous, and the leverage will happen. And if I look on overall some bullet points, what we already have achieved, we currently have a common language within TRATON on how to think around modularization. We have our principles for modularization. We also have our standardized interfaces, which enable us to actually take decisions, just to enable low entry for different components, but also to leverage all the testing and validation Mr. Drees spoke about. And the next thing is that we also have the opportunity to decide which systems or what modules or what components must be and shall be common, and which absolutely should not be common. So we can keep the brand unique selling point for the two brands in the group. And we also, by doing that, secure each brand's identity, which I think is really, really important.
Now, this is key, obviously, but the great thing is modularization, as we spoke about it, is actually just the beginning. So, as I said earlier, for me, we can do a lot more, and here the sky is the limit, so to say. The modular system allows efficient and, most importantly, joint engineering, and of course efficient joint investments on how to invest in which technology. And of course this is not only within our group, but also with our alliance partners, Hino and Navistar. We have built these smart alliances in order to leverage exactly our modular system, and that's why it's so important that within TRATON we have agreed on this modular approach, and we can use this modular approach with our customers, with our partners in our TRATON universe, so to say. So you will see in the future probably transmission, powertrains, alternative drivetrains, e-drivetrains, based on the best modular system, we believe, which is available. And this is also available to the group, but not only to the group, but also to our strategic alliance partners. We believe this creates truly a win-win situation for TRATON, for TRATON's brands, and of course for our alliance partners. So I think it's a great topic. I thank you very much for your attention today. It's been a long day with a lot of information, I believe, and I'm happy to take, or we are happy to take questions so far, if there are any left. Thank you very much.
Some hard questions.
Are there any questions from the audience for the gentleman?
There you have one over there.
Thank you for your presentation. For the new engine, is there a horsepower rating for it yet? And is there an alternative fuels for LNG, CNG options on? Thank you.
Do you want to answer this?
I think that the honest way is to say we want to save something for the press release. But of course, the engine is going to be modular regarding alternative fuels.
And modular to horsepower ratings.
And a number of horsepower ratings too.
Yeah.
But I'm saving that candy for a bit later.
My question, do you will have modularization also in terms of cabs?
Now, when we look at so we have a starting point today, yeah? And so what we do is basically we go with modularization by value of parts, yeah? Or of modules. So obvious one was the engine, the transmission, the axle, Yeah? The after treatment is hugely important, to modularize this one. And then of course we also go into chassis components. For example, the braking system, can we modularize this? Because it's also big value in money. But also when it comes to the cab, in particular when it comes to the human-machine interface, which is of course something where we can think about modularization. And then in the end, if you go in the future to autonomous, that you partially modularize the software stack. Again, in a way that we have brand-specific applications, because also our brands have different strengths, customer strengths. So it's so important that we can use the base modules to then apply it to wherever we have our big customer, the biggest customer groups. So it's not a pure cab modularization, but it is about certain components where it makes sense. Again, it's a question where do you put your money, where you get the greatest bang for the buck. That is what it's all about.
We have time for one more question, if you want. Then I'd like to thank you for your interest and attention. Closing remarks from you?
Yeah, I would like to thank Helmut Schweighofer again very, very much. It was great having you here. I'm very proud, and I want to thank all of you that you came here. Have a nice trip back to wherever you have to go back to. A safe journey, and look forward to seeing you soon again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.